A scrutiny of his oeuvre will reveal that there was a thread of commonality which continued through all his works, and that was the simplicity of his forms. He ruthlessly pared down all the inessentials and represented the basic form, a process which only an artist who has gone through early experiences of representing nature or human forms in details, and he went through this process with a lot of thinking, lot of deliberation, and it was a slow process that he arrived at this simplification. And it is this austere, monumental simplicity that characterizes Jamini Roy's vision of representing in his works. So far, no artist had created these kind of works which had this grandiosity, yet the austerity, the monumentality, yet the simplicity. And these characteristics are at the very foundation of Jamini Roy's art. His colors were equally brilliant, and he went through the entire process of making the pigments, grinding them, making his own binder, etc. And he used his pigments which were derived from nature, like rock dust, tamarind seeds, mercury powder, and many other things. He also made his own paper and he used it. And in his studio, he did the drawings. Then it was also a fact that a kind of an assemblage happened in the way his works were finally created. So the drawings were made, then colors were added, the details, decorative details, were also added later on. And in this way, Jamini Roy created works which denied the individual hand of the artist, but brought in the collective function, which was the norm in the folk art tradition, especially with the patuas. But of course, one can notice his persona in the way he creates his form, particularly his brush drawings and the very strong linear lines that he created in his works. So it was Jamini Roy's heroic search for India's authentic identity and also his utopian formulation of the village as the site of the nation was to create a great impression, especially for the emergence of modern Indian identity. Jamini Roy lived his ideology through art, but most important was that he had the ability to synthesize artistic and political ideas, and that is what made him a charismatic painter. So his primitivism, as Pathameter puts it, calls him a primitivist, a robust primitivist, was his engagement with the folk art traditions. And he had various reasons for that. And the most important aesthetic reason which he gave was artistic integrity, artistic truth, which for him was the essential form, and which was always there in prehistory but was lost due to colonial culture and due to falling victim to civilization. So today, Jamini Roy remains one of the pioneering artists who engaged with the folk art tradition, a tradition which the colonizers had subverted and was not considered as important enough to be studied. So he brings it within the mainstream and gives a new dimension to this rich tradition of folk art, particularly those of the Patuas in Bengal.